Well, if you hold a real estate license, I bet you ask yourself a question: should I enter into luxury real estate? And these questions come up more and more often on my coaching sessions, and agents ask me, should they choose luxury real estate as their niche? There is no definite answer. It's not for everyone, but in this video, I would like to share with you the pros and cons of choosing luxury as your niche in real estate. So before we actually talk about pros and cons, let's focus for a second on how we get into luxury. By the way, if you have any questions, this video is live. Please post the comments below. Ask me any questions that you might have, and I'll answer all your questions at the end of this coaching session, online coaching session. So let's jump right in. How you can get into luxury. Well, first, to be in luxury environment, in luxury niche, in luxury production, we need to be around these people, wealthy and rich people who are not necessarily welcoming every single agent into their community. So, first and most obvious way of entering into this luxury market is be around wealthy people. Wealthy people go to gym. Most of the wealthy people work out daily, and going into gym that is in a luxury community, or going into yacht club or golf club would be one of the ways to start building a relationship. As I always say, this is supposed to be a strategy. Just walking into a gym or buying season pass to golf club not necessarily get you into luxury real estate. If you have a goal of being in luxury real estate niche, you need to set measurable and achievable goals for you to move the needle into that direction. So if you walk into a gym, have in mind that you need to talk to three, five, X amount of people in the gym in order to start building a relationship, getting information from them, starting conversation yourself, and hopefully you'll find the right person who would be interested in the connection. Not everyone would be open to talk to you. Some of the people would refuse to talk to a stranger, especially wealthy people. They're very picky about who they talk to and about building new connections, just simply because they have these offers coming in all day, every day, and everyone wants to talk to millionaires. So be prepared for the right conversation when it appears. Be prepared to that elevator talk the moment we need to pull the trigger. Be ready to answer how's the market question, and be ready to have unusual questions, because wealthy people, they have a little bit different mindset other than the majority of the sellers and buyers that we have. So if you fully executed on memberships, yacht clubs, and gyms, next step would be connecting on social media. Social media is the best way of building rapport and providing value. I'm talking about creating content that would interest people with six plus figures or seven figures in their bank account. So you might start focusing on real estate investments. Wealthy people, they want to invest their money in different sources. So showing them way of investing and be creative with investments would build that the circle of trust, that relationship online. So when they're ready, they might reach out to you, which is very exciting, to ask for advice, to ask for more information, and this relationship can start very seamlessly. I would also use social media as a way of building one-on-one connection. So entering into social groups, using Clubhouse, using Facebook groups would be very effective way of starting this relationship online and taking them to real life with certain amount of content that you producing, bring value to this relationship. Like I mentioned before, you need to bring value in order to start a relationship with people who own luxury real estate. We might even want to move a little further from just building a relationship more to agent to client type of relationship. This is why contacting luxury owners of luxury real estate over the phone or even door knocking would work just well. Think about calling expired luxury listings we saw 2 3 years ago when we didn't have such a huge growth prices in real estate. Many luxury listings they went on market and they went expired, and back then, for the most part, they were overpriced. With the prices increased, you might want to reach out to homeowners with 5 million plus homes and ask them if they would reconsider putting their home on the market. It's a lot more difficult than convincing someone who owns the property for 60,000. But also think about the reward. The reward is not even um, close to what you would get with a regular listing. As well as door knocking, walk into luxury community and make the connection with people who live in this community. For the most part, you'll meet nice and sweet people who are open for conversations. But there is a fine line between having a nice, polite conversation and actually building a relationship. But it's also a good way to start. If you knock on the door and you show something in value, let's say inviting to an open house or providing any other type of help to these people, would spark a conversation. And if you can take it over and start a relationship, gather their information, and build on that initial talk when you door knock, that would be an excellent way of getting in this field. One more way of connecting with this type of people is community events. Attend community events in luxury neighborhoods where you can have this casual conversation with the homeowners on the topic of the event. One more thing, if you can find one hub, one person who would take you to these events and introduce to this type of homeowners, that would be a game changer for you because it's very close, very specific type of community where not everyone's welcome. But as soon as you enter the community, as soon as you enter the event with invitation, the doors will be open and everyone starts to talk to you. And it's just your job is which is provide the value to these people and make them choose you as the real estate agent of choice. All right. Well, I gave you these tips on how to get into this market. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. And I'd like to start with pros, which is pretty obvious, starting with higher commissions. Of course, if you sell a house for 5 million compared to 150,000, the commission difference is huge. And making this type of money always feel good. Let's be honest. Number two, your brand that you're going to build among luxury real estate will show the public that you're a luxury real estate agent. That means that you have more credibility when you even walk into your average home. showing them I sold the house for 5 million last month. That will get you much more credit when you compete with an agent who's selling homes within 2, 3, 500,000. Showing the videos, showing all the tools that you use to market luxury listing will definitely help you in this business. And more importantly, get more and more luxury listings. And that leads to the next great opportunity when you walk into this niche. Like I mentioned before, it's a very tight, closed community. And as soon as you sell one home, it will lead to selling another home and another home and another home, because these people they stay tied together. They go to the same clubs, they go to the same golf courses, etc., etc., etc. So they know each other. And if someone decided to choose you and you produced perfect results selling the property for the price that the seller wanted, you did beautiful job communication, in marketing, in the process, then listing's gonna come over and over with less efforts than you would get from a regular listing when everyone got an agent, right? You've heard that before. So one more, and I would say it's one of the most powerful pros towards going into luxury market, is that when you start talking to wealthy people, your mindset will change. You'll start thinking like a millionaire, and this mindset will help you grow your own business, because it's all about who we communicate with. Tell me who's your friend, and I tell you who you are. That's how it is. And this is what we're going to get from being in this environment, talking to this type of people, being in luxury, and uh, gathering their thoughts, gathering their decisions, analyzing it, and implementing in our own business. Sounds like very exciting, isn't it? Being in luxury, it's so great. You're like a millionaire yourself, and you're selling properties, and you have hundreds of $1,000s on your bank account, and it sounds like there is no cons about it, but I have quite a few. So first, it's a very slow process of getting into this luxury market. You don't assume that you can get there in 3 months, attending three gym workouts, and playing golf once, that you're going to be there. It's a slow process, building that wall one brick at a time. Sometimes it takes years, sometimes even uh, decades. Sometimes it might take 20 years to build this brand. So it's very slow. You will get there one step at a time, and having that niche in mind, moving one step at a time, would be the path for you to get there. So if you're planning to get in luxury real estate this summer, forget about this idea. It's almost undoable. Even if it could possibly happen, then you're super lucky. It's like winning in jackpot. For the most part, it's dedication, hard work, accountability, and sticking to your goals. Number two, it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. So you need to set some cash aside for that purpose. And quite frankly, significant amount of cash. Let's talk about marketing a luxury listing for a second. If you take a regular listing, you might get away with a couple $1,000 for the marketing purpose, and take pictures and have a video and some posts here and there. Well, you when you market a home for 5 million, for 10 million, that's a completely different approach. Now you need to bring actors for the video shoot. Now you need to bring a jazz band or a DJ for the mega open house. Now you need to buy a luxury wine and cheese and provide it to these high-end buyers. By the way, if you get a luxury listing, mega open house for the luxury listing will help you get more connections in this field. But it's expensive. So if you get out of money in next 3 to 6 months trying to get into luxury, and you stop market to this group of people, then all the time and money wasted. I'm sorry to say that, but this is true. So be prepared to set enough money aside so you can continue this journey until you start listing homes for 1 million plus. Also, it requires individual approach. There is no such a script to get into luxury. Working with a luxury client, buyer or seller is more like a dance. You're never gonna know what the next move your partner gonna make, and you need to react on this dance accordingly, making the right appropriate move with him or with her. So it's a skill that you're gonna need to learn how to answer their concerns, and they have different priorities compared to what I would say average listings when it's all about the commission and um, sometimes sales price. For luxury, it's not necessarily about this. The process is what's the most important part in luxury business, in luxury real estate. So, creating individual plan for each single person is time consuming, is difficult, and it's a slow process again. One more con uh, that I would like to share with you is high um, high competition. It's very competitive niche that you're planning to get into. So if you want to be their number one agent, then it will take some resistance from your competitors who also want to be there. You need to be smarter. You need to be more proactive. You need to bring something on the table that nobody else would in order to break into this niche. Because believe me, luxury real estate agents already exist in every single market. So you need to beat that competition, come up with something new, something exciting, something that no one else got to offer. So think about what is your unique value proposition to this group of people. And the last one I wanted to share with you is low volume of sales. Yes, if you sell luxury, the process takes much longer, and you're not going to be able to sell 100 homes, at least right from the start. 100 homes a year that's worth 10 million plus. It's a slow process to get there, and even if you start with one, two, three luxury listings a year, it's a good starting point. And we need to allocate this as your niche, as your primary um, source of leads that you aiming to get. But also, you need to have um, what I would say regular sales as well, just to support your business, to pump money into your bank account, to make sure you have enough to pay your bills, to set aside for luxury, as well as put it back into marketing and getting more leads. So it's supposed to be a synergetic process of one type of lead supporting another, and as well as when you sell a luxury listing, some of the funds need to go to what I would say average type of sales within average sales price mark. So we're going to get both until you can reach that point that you can sustain your business in luxury. And this way you'll have no problems with um, financials. You'll buy any car you want. You'll live in any house and any neighborhood that you choose. But again, it's a process and it's a big decision. So I shared these pros and cons with you. Please comment below What's your feeling about luxury real estate? Would you be interested in learning more about getting into this field, or you would like to choose another niche, such as working with real estate investors, older people who are downsizing, or first-time home buyers? So type in the comments below what's your niche, and I will make video about uh, the niches that you choose in the comments below. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next live. Bye bye.